In this video, you are going to learn how to edit like Lisa Holloway in Photoshop. Coming up. Hi everyone, I am HarshVardhan and welcome to another superb episode. In this episode, we are going to learn how you can create the same look as the Lisa Holloway photography on Instagram, who is a very famous Instagram photographer, and you can check out his latest work. This is so much amazing. You can find the link of his work in the description section below, and you can see this is his latest work, and at this time he has changed or improved the colors a little bit. Earlier she was using dark brown color, but now she has started using this bright orange color in images or all of his work, but earlier she was using this kind of color, as you can see, and I got inspired from this look, and I was asked by many of my followers that how you can create the same kind of a look. So I decided to create this tutorial for you, and for this purpose I have made a Photoshop action, and you can use that Photoshop action to create this kind of a look. And this action is absolutely free for limited time, so go ahead, download it and use it. And if you like this Photoshop action, please consider leaving review, because your review would help me out to make more and more useful Photoshop action and useful Photoshop tutorials for you guys. If you have not followed me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram. You can find me by the name of HarshVardhanArt, and on Instagram I do post my latest work plus lots of tips and tricks on photography and photo editing. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, because here you will find lots of exciting tutorials on photography, photo editing, video editing, and lots of Instagram tips and tricks. And to subscribe, just click the big red button below this video, and don't forget to click the bell icon as well, as according to the latest algorithm of the YouTube, if you don't press the bell icon, you will not get the notification of my latest videos. So don't miss my videos, press the bell icon. Having said that, let's get started. So for this purpose, I'm going to use this image, and thereafter what you have to do, you have to go to the Windows and select Actions, and that way this action panel would be opened over here. And here what you need to do, you need to come over here on this hamburger menu, and thereafter just click over it, and over here you will see this option, load actions. This is the option, load actions, and you need to click over it and browse the action file, and you will find this action somewhere, redstone earth portrait, from the folder which you have downloaded. And thereafter just click on the load, and that way it would be available over here in your actions panel, redstone earth portrait HarshVardhanArt. Okay, thereafter you can see that it is a Photoshop action bundle, and it has one skin action, dozen burn action, and redstone earth portrait, the main color grading Photoshop action, and light leaks and spin zoom particles, and thereafter HDR plus sharpening. So it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 Photoshop actions are included in this action. So we'll be using all of these to create the Lisa Holloway look in Adobe Photoshop. So first of all, we will go and play the first one, which is the skin option or the skin action. So for this purpose, we'll select this and make sure your image is background. If it is not background, like it's like layer or something else, then go to the layers and select new and select background from layer, and thereafter it would be a background layer. And thereafter you need to come down on this play button, just select this, and it's going to take a little bit time, and it would be played. And over here, so you can see that it has created a mask. So thereafter what you need to do, you need to select the brush tool from here, and make sure the brush is soft round. And if you are using the graphic tablet or the graphic pen tablet, then go to the settings and make sure you check the transfer option, and from this control make sure you select the pen pressure, and that way you don't need to change the opacity time and again to get the look you want. So you can keep it 100%, and with the graphic pen tablet you can just paint in. If you press little harder, it's going to give you the hard opacity or the more opacity, and if you press little less, you will get the less opacity. So that's how we are going to use it. Graphic pen tablet, I do recommend this. Initially it takes a little bit time to learn this, but once you learn it, you will not use your mouse, I'm sure about that. So if you want to have any of the graphic pen tablet, you can check out the link in the description section below. I have included some recommended graphic tablets, and you don't need some fancy or expensive one. You can work with the basic one. I'm also using the basic one, but if you can afford, you can go for the medium size as well. But at this moment I'm using very basic one, and I do recommend that as well, because that would do the job itself. But if you can afford, you can go for that. So check out the links in the description section below. Alright, and now you need to select this mask and brush tool, and make sure this foreground color should be the white, and thereafter just paint over the skin, and you are going to get the smoother skin. So if you're using the graphic pen tablet, you can just change its hardness, or you can press little harder to paint more of the brush stroke. Otherwise you can paint normally. All right, and if you don't have this, you just change the opacity from it to 50 to 10%. So if you want the less smoothing at some place on the face, then you can just paint with the 10%, 50% or 20% opacity. You can keep on changing that. Yes, that takes a little bit time, but this graphic pen tablet saves you a lot more time by going to this option, change the opacity from here. All right, so you don't have to do that. So that's how it's very useful for this purpose. And you can see we have painted over the face, and you can see the difference by turning this on and off. It has made the skin smoother, and thereafter we are going to merge this layer with this one. So we'll select both these layers and press Ctrl E or Command E, and that would be merged. So it's very important. If you won't do this, the Photoshop action may give you some error, though it's not giving me the error, but it is possible that it's going to give you some error. Now let's move on to the action number 2, and that is the dose and burn. And thereafter select the play button, and it's going to create a dose and burn layers for us. So again, it is going to give us a message that you need to use the brush tool, soft edge brush, and with 10% opacity. And thereafter once we have to paint on the dose and burn these 2 layers, thereafter we have to just press the play button once again. So I'm going to stop it. It's going to make the image black and white, but don't worry, that is made just to make us recognize the colors or the highlights and shadows easily, because in black and white we can easily find out that which part has the highlights or which part is in the dark. All right, so first of all we are going to work on the dose, and there is a spelling problem on the dose, so please avoid it. So we'll choose the brush tool, and again, if you don't have the pen tablet, just go for the 100% opacity. Otherwise I'm going to choose this soft round pressure opacity brush, and thereafter with the white color you need to paint on the brighter areas of the face. So if you'll keep on painting with the lighter pressure, it's going to give us the light opacity or the smaller opacity of the brush. So wherever you see these lights or the dark light part, just paint over that, and that's how we can enhance the details. And just zoom in if you want. in the eyes, and let me paint it over here as well. Thereafter we'll select the burn layer from here, and this time we'll paint on the darker areas of our image. So wherever you see the dark or the black color, just paint over that. Even if you see some gray color, you can just paint over that as well to enhance that detail as well. We can sculpt the face with the help of this dosing and burning technique. And if you want to learn completely dose and burn technique, I have created a premium course which included all the possible professional dosing and burning techniques which you can use to enhance the details of your image. So that's a complete course. You can get it just for $10. The link is in the description section below. So if you want, you can go ahead and check this out. This is a very beginner friendly course. So I think I'm just doing it very quickly. You can spend a little bit more time and you can get better result with this one, but I'm just doing it very fast. Okay, so select the dose and paint a little bit on these brighter areas as well. Okay, so once we are done painting with that, again we have to come down on this play button and select the play button, and that would remove the black and white layer, and thereafter you can check the result. So zoom in and show you by turning this group off and on. You can see we have sculpted the face, and if you want you can lower down its opacity a little bit so that it looks natural. Maybe at this time it won't be looking natural to you just because we have just painted it. All right, so once we have done it, again we need to merge these layers. So we'll select both these layers, press Ctrl E, Command E, so that's going to merge it. And then once again we need to go to the actions, and this time let's move on to the third action, which is the redstone earth portrait, the action. So we'll select this and select the play button from here, from the bottom, and that's going to play this Photoshop action. And that's what we are getting with this. This is going to give us that look. So here we need to refine it a little bit. As you can see, this one is too much on the face. So what we'll do, we will come down on this first layer and the second layer. So we'll work on both these two layers. So we'll select the mask with the first layer, and with the brush tool with the black color we are going to paint on the face. So we are going to basically remove it from the face because we don't want that much of effect on the face. So skin has to be little bit lighter. As you can see in those images, the skin is of the light brown color, or skin is bright. So that's what we are going to do over here. And let's remove it from the dress as well little bit, and this is looking little bit better. All right, thereafter you can see by turning this on and off, we have made it from this to this. And now let's move on to the next Photoshop action which is included in this. So we'll select both of these layers and the groups and press Ctrl E, Command E to merge them together, and thereafter we'll go to the actions once again, and let's move on to the next one, the light leak. So we'll select this action and select the play button, and now it's going to give you a message that move the light direction you want. So here we need to adjust the light direction. So we'll press continue and we'll click and drag it to maybe on this side, or if you want you can go for this side as well. I think light is coming from this side, so let me place it over here and press enter, and that's going to add some light to it. And if you want you can lower down its opacity little bit, and if you want let's create a duplicate copy of it by pressing Ctrl J, Command J, and press Ctrl T and just move it to this side. so we get the light from both the sides and lower down its opacity from this side. So one side has to be little brighter than the rest one. If you want, you can go for this, otherwise you can just have it like this as well, but I want to add little bit more brightness to this side, so that's why I have created duplicate copy of it. And now we'll select all of these layers and press Ctrl E to merge them together once again, and then go to the Photoshop action once again, and there is a spin zoom effect. If you want, you can just play this as well, so let me just show you how it works. So I'll select the play and press continue. Oops, I think for this purpose we need to have those leaks or these light leaks options available, only then it's going to work. So we'll select this one and select the play button, but I'm going to fix it so that you don't face this problem. And select the mask, and with the brush tool you can paint on the model so that it doesn't affect the model. And if you want, you can lower down its opacity as well. For this purpose, this spin zoom effect is not looking good. Reason being that it doesn't have those plants or the trees or leaves in the background, but if you have those, this effect is going to look amazing. So for those kind of images you can use it, otherwise don't use it. So I'm going to delete it. I just wanted to show you how you can use it. So I'm going to delete it, merge all these layers, and then move on to the next action, that is of the particles. So we'll select the particles and select the play button, and that's going to add some particles in the image, you can see. And what we need to do, we need to lower down its opacity according to your taste or your liking, and then select the mask and choose the brush tool again and paint on the face or on the model so that it doesn't affect the model's face and it is not applied over here. Okay, and if you want, you can remove it from other areas as well. Okay, so you can go as per your own liking. All right, so once we have done this, you can see we can merge these two layers once again, and then move on to our last action, that is of the HDR sharpening. So we'll select this one and select the play button, and you can see it has made our image very sharp. So you can turn this on and off, and you can see it has made the skin sharper as well, which we don't want. So we'll select the mask tool, and with the black color and with the soft edge brush we'll paint on the skin. And this time make sure you choose the normal brush with 100% opacity and remove it from the skin so that the skin does not become that sharp, but leave the eyes and lips and hairs from it, because if they are sharp they look better. And thereafter, if you feel that this action has made the image or the skin little bit less sharp or not little bit sharper, it's not smooth, then you can just merge it together and play the skin action once again. So we'll go for this one, skin, and we'll select the play button, and thereafter we'll paint with the white color on the skin once again to make it soft or smooth. So you can adjust the opacity once again, or you can use the pen tablet soft pressure opacity brush. Alright, so if you want, you can even lower down its opacity if you think that you have over smoothened the skin or it is overdone. All right, so now this is our final look. You can see This is our final look which we have created, and let me show you the before image. This is our before image and this is after. So this is how you can edit like Lisa Holloway in Photoshop using my Photoshop action red earth portrait or red earth stone portrait. You can download this Photoshop action absolutely free for limited time, and the link of this is in the description section below. Please go ahead, download it, use it, and give me the feedback and leave the review on the product page. The link of downloading it is in the description section below. So thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you did not like the video, hit the dislike button. If you have any question or if you want to say something, leave that in the comment section below. And once again, if you have not followed me on Instagram, please do follow me on Instagram. You can find me by the name of HarshVardhanArt, and on Instagram I do post my latest work plus lots of tips and tricks on photography and photo editing. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, because here you will find lots of exciting tutorials on photography, photo editing, video editing, and lots of Instagram tips and tricks. And to subscribe, just click the big red button below this video, and don't forget to click the bell icon as well, as according to the latest algorithm of the YouTube, if you don't press the bell icon, you will not get the notification of my latest videos. So don't miss my videos, press the bell icon. So thank you so much. Bye bye. See you in the next episode. Till then, keep shooting and unleash the creative in you.